The peculiar phenomena of Kakamega, unraveling the mysteries of Kenya's Florida. Kakamega County, often dubbed the Florida of Kenya, has earned a reputation as the epicenter of unusual and bizarre news in the country. From tales of bizarre deaths, strange rituals, and peculiar occurrences, the region has become a cultural enigma, drawing both curiosity and superstition. This analysis delves into the roots of this phenomenon, exploring the socio-cultural dynamics, historical events, and modern media narratives that contribute to Kakamega's unique status. The origins of Kakamega's cultural tipping point can be traced back to a chilling event in 21, when Jamii Mukobero, a resident of Bulira village, committed a horrifying mass murder that shocked the nation. Mukobero, a seemingly ordinary man, inexplicably murdered his entire family in a single night, leaving 9 people dead, including his pregnant wife and 3 sons. This gruesome act not only devastated the local community, but also marked the beginning of Kakamega's association with bizarre and macabre news. Mukobero's actions were so shocking that they captured the nation's attention, and Kakamega soon became synonymous with strange and unsettling events. The media, which often thrives on sensationalism, found a new playground in the county's peculiar happenings. This marks the beginning of Kakamega's portrayal as a region where the unusual is the norm. Kakamega's reputation is not solely the result of isolated incidents like Mukobero's massacre. The county is a melting pot of diverse cultures and traditions, with a largely rural population that is deeply rooted in local beliefs and taboos. This cultural complexity creates a fertile ground for stories that defy conventional understanding, further fueling the county's mystique. Sociologist Malcolm Gladwell, in his book The Tipping Point, discusses how certain environments can trigger a chain reaction of events, leading to cultural epidemics. Kakamega's unique blend of cultural practices, coupled with its large rural population, may have created an environment where strange and unusual occurrences are more likely to be reported and believed. This context, combined with the region's proximity to other populous counties, allows for the cross-pollination of subcultures and the incubation of quirky ideas. Charles C. Hughes, a cultural anthropologist, identified over 200 culture-bound syndromes that are rooted in specific local beliefs and practices. In Kakamega, these syndromes manifest as peculiar behaviors and occurrences that, while normal within the local context, appear bizarre to outsiders. These include everything from tales of walking corpses and wife swaps to the more recent phenomenon of a dead man allegedly refusing to be buried. These stories, though strange, are often deeply embedded in the region's cultural fabric and are interpreted through a lens of spiritual or psychosocial explanations. Cultural symbol amidst uncertainty. One of the most iconic symbols of Kakamega's cultural heritage is the crying stone of Aulesi, also known as Ikongo Muri. This towering natural landmark is steeped in legend and holds significant spiritual importance for the Luhya community, particularly the Aizuka subtribe. According to local folklore, the stone was once a man who wept for his unfaithful wife, and even after transforming into rock, his tears continued to flow, giving rise to the crying phenomenon. For generations, the crying stone has been a site of healing rituals and spiritual ceremonies, where those who have committed taboos undergo cleansing. The stone has also been a harbinger of good omens, particularly signaling the onset of the rainy season and promising a bountiful harvest. However, in recent years, the stone has mysteriously stopped crying, leading to concerns about its cultural relevance and the possible environmental factors behind this change. The decline in the stone's water flow has had economic repercussions for the surrounding community, which relies on tourism generated by this natural wonder. Some locals have even suggested converting the site into a quarry, a move that could permanently erase this cultural symbol. Despite these challenges, efforts are being made to preserve the Crying Stone's heritage, including plans to establish a museum that celebrates its history and significance. Kakamega's portrayal in the media has significantly contributed to its reputation as the Florida of Kenya. The region's consistent stream of strange and unusual news stories has become a staple of national headlines, often overshadowing its political and economic contributions. This phenomenon can be partly explained by the concept of availability heuristics, a cognitive shortcut that leads people to draw conclusions based on readily available information. The media, by repeatedly highlighting Kakamega's bizarre events, has created a feedback loop that reinforces the county's image as a hotspot for weird news. This narrative is further amplified by confirmation bias, where individuals are more likely to notice and remember news that aligns with their pre-existing beliefs. In 2018, a Twitter trend likened Kakamega to Florida, a U.S. state also known for its odd and sensational news stories. This comparison has since stuck, cementing the county's reputation in the public consciousness. However, it's important to note that Kakamega is not uniquely strange. A casual search of other regions in Kenya, such as Kitale, Kisumu, or Meru, reveals equally bizarre tales of social criminal and cultural deviance. Yet, Kakamega continues to dominate the narrative, possibly due to its higher visibility and the media's focus on its eccentricities. The media's fixation on Kakamega can be likened to the streetlight effect, a concept derived from an old parable about a drunkard searching for his lost keys under a street lamp. When asked why he was looking there, despite knowing he had lost the keys elsewhere, the man replied, "Because the light is better here." Similarly, the media's focus on Kakamega's oddities may be more about convenience and visibility than an accurate reflection of the region's cultural landscape. This selective attention has led to the stereotyping of Kakamega as a region of absurdity and oddities. Simplistic headlines and sensational stories have become the norm, reducing the county's rich cultural heritage to a series of comical or cringeworthy news bites. This editorial approach not only distorts the public's perception of the region, but also undermines the complexity and diversity of its people. To counteract this narrative, there is a need for a more nuanced understanding of Kakamega's cultural realities. Local digital platforms could play a crucial role in reimagining and reframing these stories, providing context and depth that is often missing from mainstream media coverage. By doing so, they can help challenge stereotypes and offer a more balanced portrayal of the region. Kakamega County remains a cultural enigma, a place where the strange and the sacred coexist in a complex tapestry of beliefs, traditions, and stories. While the media may continue to cast the region as Kenya's Florida, there is much more to Kakamega than meets the eye. Its unique history, cultural significance, and the enduring power of its legends, like the Crying Stone of Alesi and the annual bullfighting festivals, offer a rich narrative that goes beyond the headlines. As we unravel the mysteries of Kakamega, it becomes clear that the county's reputation is as much a product of cultural dynamics and media narratives as it is of the events themselves. Whether Kakamega will continue to be seen as the epitome of the bizarre, or if it will reclaim its cultural identity remains to be seen. However, one thing is certain: Kakamega's story is far from over, and its place in Kenya's cultural landscape is secure for the foreseeable future.